You ever heard of a game called the Curse Game? No, not that one. This one is much, much worse. Back in 2016, a game developer called JmsgTypes created a game called the Cursed Game. It was a simple, side-scrolling beat-em-up in the style of River City Ransom or Streets of Rage. The player character is a skeleton, and the whole point of the game is to find the source of the curse that has afflicted your village and lift it. Along the way, you can attack enemies, break boxes and barrels, and collect souls to increase your maximum health. And the further you progress, the more of your character's backstory is revealed through cryptic messages and environmental storytelling. And that's all well and good. But the reason this game became infamous is because of what happens when you beat the game. After the final battle, instead of receiving a happy ending or even just an ending that made sense, the player is greeted with this. Yeah, that's right. All of the game's development time, all of the work put into the story and world building, all of it was undone by a single nonsensical cutscene that makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't even make you wonder what happened. It's literally just a guy in a bunny suit dancing. But why? Why would the developers do this? Well, there are two possible answers. The first is that this was meant to be an April Fool's joke, which would explain why it was posted on April. But then again, it was still available on the Steam store page for months afterwards, and even had a review section where people could post their thoughts on the game. And if this was intended as a prank, it didn't really seem to affect the gameplay at all. So maybe there is another explanation. Perhaps the most likely culprit behind this bizarre move is a phenomenon known as scope creep. This is when a project's scope or scale grows exponentially out of control due to an ever-increasing list of features and gameplay mechanics that the developers want to include. In the early stages of development, the game was going to be called Skeleton Warrior and was only going to have 3 levels. But as time went on, the team expanded the world, added more characters, and even included an RPG-like system for leveling up your character. By the end, they had created a sprawling beat-em-up with over 30 levels, which may have been too much for them to handle. Perhaps they felt so overwhelmed that they just wanted to throw their hands up in the air and call it a day, even if that meant making no sense whatsoever. Look, I don't know what the real reason is, but what I do know is that this game is now permanently ruined. There's no way that I or anyone else could ever take this seriously now. So my recommendation is that you play it for the first 5 minutes of gameplay, and then pirate the rest.